I finally went and did it. Instead of buying a 430, I bought a 332. Figure I needed both of them. So, picked this 332 up today. Came with a 49 blower. So this is it's supposed to be a 54 blade, but it's actually a 48-inch blade. Blade looks a little bit newer than the tractor itself. And then the 332, it's got 1,142.9 hours on it. I haven't even taken the side panels off yet, so I don't 100% know what's under there. It did come with an aftermarket 3-point hitch. It looks like a Redland Hill hitch or something similar to it, so it just attaches to the rock shaft. It doesn't replace the rock shaft. A little bit cheaper version. I do have the other light, and I also have the hitch for the back. So I do have those. It did come with the plastic weights. I'll take those off and put some cast weights on there. Basically what I'm going to do with this machine is I am actually going to use it to blow snow. I'm going to use the 49 blower. I may use the blade. I'm not really sure. I'm going to go through it, service it. This is a machine I'm going to keep. But for right now, let's start it up. You saw it run at the beginning of the video, but we'll at least take her to higher RPMs. No problem on startup. A little bit of white smoke, but that clears up real quick. Go ahead and engage the deck. Almost perfect. Roll a little coal and you should be fine. Let's see if it'll do it at idle. Yeah. Previous owner supposedly replaced the bearings this year. Looks like it. Got some new bolts holding down the spindles, so they've probably been replaced. Really even came with the belly pan. Which is really nice to see. This also looks like a newer angle kit instead of a. It almost looks like a angle kit for a quick hitch, like a newer quick hitch. The way the cylinder's constructed, but I don't see any Deere part numbers on it. Blade's got a little bit of play to it, but I think that's something that we can deal with for what it is. In fact, I will probably sell the blade because I don't need the blade because I have the quick hitch for a 300 series, so I can use my 54 blade on this if I absolutely need to. So I don't need that blade, so I'll probably wait till it snows and I'll see if I can sell that blade. But yeah, kind of excited about it. This adds one more diesel to the fleet. So now I've got the 332, I've got a 455, an X748, and then I've got the X758, leaving me only the 430 and the 330, which I don't know if I even know if I want a 330, leaving me only the 430 to get. So I asked the gentleman selling about overheating. He said it's only happened a couple times, and most of those are due to cottonwoods being on the radiator screen. It seems to, I ran it around for probably 20 minutes earlier today. Seems fine. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take the blade off. Because right now there's no lockout valve. So the only way to lift the deck up is to tilt the blade. So I'm going to take the blade off. And so I'm just going to put it on a pallet and then along with the blower. And then for right now, I'm going to go just try out the deck for a little bit before it gets too dark. And see how it mows, and then probably take the deck off and put nothing on it for right now. But that way I can tomorrow, because it's supposed to be, right now I am in short sleeves right now in November, which is extremely odd. It's supposed to be another super nice day tomorrow in the mid 60s. So I'm probably going to get the pressure washer, at least the hose out after it, and maybe take off all the sheet metal, clean it up and stuff like that. We might do a little bit of that tonight, just to see what's hiding under the side panels. So let me get the blade off and we will go from there. Well, I figured you could watch me take the blade off, although it might be entertaining. After my failure the other day with the X758 and the snowblower, forgetting that I had to have the lockout valve. That's why the chute was rotating so slow. It's been so long since I've operated a lot of this that it's just, you know, I just forget about everything. So I think what I'm going to do is float it down to the ground. And then I think I'm going to release the pressure on the other cylinder. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and I need a pry bar. Amateur hour continues. Alright, so there's that one. Okay, that kind of folded down. I'm going to see if I can float it down a little bit more. No, a little bit. That should be fine. And so now that I've got that done, I'm going to go ahead and remove the hoses. Looks like I need some covers, which I can get those. That's not a big deal. Not that I'm storing them outside or anything. And now I should just to lift up and set it down. And now it is off. And then to install it would be the opposite. So got the blade off. Now let's go mow with it for a minute. Oh boy, a hand hydrostat trying to hold the camera up. Up pretty high since it's the end of the year. I don't want to cut the grass too short. Struggles a little bit going uphill, but that's to be expected. Let me go get all this stuff on a pallet and get it in the shop and shed, and we will go from there. It is a bit jerky, but I think it's a 1990, and so it's got that kind of intermediate hydro linkage system. Got a little bit of powder coat flaking, but that's not too bad. So let me go do that. We'll come back and we'll peel the side panels off. All right, got the 332 out here. I've already loosened up these bolts. Always nice to see that the 10mm bolts are correct, right and proper, as Squatch 253 would say. And it looks like this is a little tight. All right, what do we have on side number 1? Well, muffler looks okay. A little bit of, looks like there's a little bit of hacked up wiring right there from the looks of it. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but looks like there's a voltage regulator, and then this basically needs to be replaced going to the voltage regulator. And that's a bare wire right there, so I probably need to put some electrical tape over that at very minimum before I do anything else. So looks like the voltage regulator's been replaced, because there are some just dead wires right here, just kind of chilling out. Not sure how all that plays out, so that's something we're going to have to look into. But it appears to be charging, so there's no issues there, so I'm not going to mess with anything that isn't having a problem. So and on side number 2, like I said, I already loosened these up. There's a little bit of flaking from the powder coat. Looks like this one is actually, nope, that's just a weld. If you couldn't tell from me running it, I definitely think that it could use some padding on the body panels. There's a little, they're a little clanky, whatever you're gonna call it. Let's see here on this side. Nothing. There's no leaks or anything like that. Appears to have a Wix filter on it. 51365 is the number. Motor mounts look pretty good. Yeah, actually pretty excited. Fuel filter's nice and clean. The only problem that I thought I might have heard is the PTO squeaking. I'm guessing that might be a bad bearing. I'll have to look into that a little bit. Those bearings aren't too hard to replace. But yeah, other than that, everything seems to be in place. Hopefully it's not too hot still. Nope, it's not. Remove slowly. So, could probably stand to use a little, probably could stand to use a flush, in my opinion. And possibly a little bit more coolant. That would probably be nice. That's something for later. I mean, this time of year, it's not going to be too much of an issue. But overall, seems like a decent machine. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the deck off of it. That way I can store the deck for the winter and maybe use it next spring. I'm not really sure. So you've seen it mow. But that is the 332. Hopefully we get quite a bit of good service out of it. I think it'll be fun to see it blow a little snow in the wintertime. And I do have, if I want to, I can, since I do have that quick hitch in the quick hitch PTO setup, I can put the 47 blower on this unit, which I may do. I think that would be pretty doggone fun. Make it blow a little black smoke. So we might do that. I'll have to see if I can get everything together, and we will go from there. So I think that's it for this video. So thanks for watching.